Well, good morning, friends. It is March here in Argentina, and I had some unfortunate problems with the recordings. So I recorded our first episode, and then went back to record the second episode, and apparently either the save failed or I didn't save after the changes, and so basically lost all the work that I did. So I have tried to kind of rebuild what I did. I had done a lot off screen, which I have not redone. And so we're kind of back where we were. I had previously off screen done a couple of contracts, which I went ahead and did a couple, not the same ones, but I did a couple of contracts this time. As you can see, something different here is the fact that I have plowed this in anticipation for planting some of the other grass, field grass, I think. And then I did go ahead and put in the sawmill down there and put a few trees in it, and we can see how much is left in it right now. It's empty, and I put it on selling. So I guess first thing to do is let's take the tractor down there and let's get a few trees cut up so that we can get moving forward. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and plow the next field. This will be the field that I've already got plowed here. It's for our field grass. It can be planted now. Alfalfa has to wait a bit. As a matter of fact, we can look here. Oh, up there. We can see alfalfa doesn't get planted till September through November. Well, actually August. We can plant it in August. But right now, March and April, we can plant field grass, and then I'm not sure when we will be able to harvest any. So hopefully we can get a little bit of a harvest out. If not in May, then definitely in October, because I think even if we plant in August, we're not going to be able to get till November anything. So if we can get this field grass, and then we can get one cutting off of it, then we end up planting the alfalfa so that we can get a cutting off of it in November, and at the same time we replant the field grass with alfalfa, and we will have the two fields as alfalfa. So let's take a few minutes and let's get a few trees in here. Get rid of these weeds out of here. So we can kind of see what we're doing. All right. No, let's cut this down this way. Get rid of that cut it down this way so we can drag it. We'll start out with like maybe 3 or 4 trees that we've cut down, get the day started. And then we'll get busy. We'll plow up the other field. And then we'll order some precision drilling, and then we'll get some lime and fertilizer put out on this field. And we have to come at it from this way. We can and we'll get this cut now. How's everybody doing? Oh, went the wrong direction. Great. How's everybody doing today? Let's go get our tractor and see what we can get pulled up here. One thing I did figure out before was that I didn't need the winch because there's a built-in chain on this guy. It doesn't work like a winch, it just allows us to pull things, which works perfectly for this job. And I have it set to auto sell so we don't have to fiddle with all of the picking up the pallets and selling them and stuff. We're just getting rid of the trees and making some money off of it. I almost changed it up to do the firewood, but the firewood doesn't make as good of an income as making the planks does. So the planks it is. And you know, this I like that the modder put the that rope on there like that, because that's pretty much how we would do it when I was a kid. Back up to it, tie a rope onto the hitch, and pull it. Now, we may not have pulled some of the size trees that we're pulling here, but this is what we would do. Yeah, so I want to get, probably before we start plowing, we may look and see at the animal market, at the animal dealer, if there are any decent stock for us to purchase so we can start building our herd. I want to build a fantastic, powerful beef herd and a highly productive wool, lamb, sheep herd. And since we're across the street from the animal dealer, I think I'll just, for right now, go ahead and pay for having the deliveries done. Because right here at first, it's not going to be, we're not going to be buying 100 head of cows and stuff. We'll be lucky if we get even one. I'm going to be pretty particular about what we get. Oh, and also we put in a lime production back here. We two of those, one of those 2 contracts that I just did was a stone picking, and so we can use stones to make lime. All right, let's see what we have in the cow world. This is new. Okay. So based on my research, we're not looking for dairy. We're looking for beef. So we're going to be looking to build our herd from limousines, both have high quality meat. That's what we're looking for. So we might go with that one. Well, that one looks pretty good for a bull. Oh, we're not going to look at that one or that one. Okay, so it's going to be those 2. For $4,600. Sure. Now we look for the lambs, and we see that the best wool producing lambs are the black wash. Good, bad, very bad, extremely bad, and very bad. So we have one good. All right. And for the rams, let's see, what do we have here? We have a very good, another very good. Okay. That one's extremely good. Bad. Bad. I think we're going to go for both of those. We're going to buy selected. Yes. All right. All right, let's see. Let's see if we have a food, a lazy distribution food, animal food distribution. So many mods. Man, I know. It's in here somewhere. I may have to go. Yep, give me a second. Okay, it's supposed to be in silos and at 26.5. 26,500. Well, I am not going to be able to afford that. Now, am I? Yeah. Probably put that right there when we can afford it. Or we could put it over there. Well, let's see. I don't think we have where we can borrow any more money. Nope. So we're going to have to just do this the old-fashioned way, by hand. So let's get... Let's see if there's any bales of hay. Straw. All right, no hay. So let's go over here to find animal food. We need nope, not in here though. We need these bales. Where are our liftable? Liftable bales. Well, that's interesting. Let's get let's start with 2 of those. Now those should have come in over here. So it looks like they did. Those are regular bales, but let's give one of these to the calves, or the cows. 1 bull and 1 calf. Wait, where? Oh. I should be getting water because this is distributing. And it's active. Maybe I need to have to activate the auto water thing here. Well, it's got... Well, maybe I need to... spawn some water? I think that worked. Okay, now I did try mowing this grass before in the first month. Sometimes you have to let it go a month before you can mow it. I don't have a lot of money. Let's see what we can come up with under the mowers. That's for 5,000, but I like this guy better. Let's just see if this mower works. And eventually I do want to build up a large herd. I want to get to like, my first goal is to get to like 1,000. Get a 1,000 beef cows. And if I can do that, that would be really, really cool. And after that, I don't know. I really want to buy that ranch in the middle, the starter farm, basically. And new sirree Bob, it's not mowing, or is it? Nope, nothing there, just cut the grass. Well, you know, sometimes the mod authors do put that kind of grass down. It's not always the best for us, but we discovered in the Homestead Challenge on Ray County that you get a significantly larger yield of hay if you just paint meadowgrass. A significant yield difference. Turns out on this particular map you can achieve the same results if you plant alfalfa. Alfalfa has an extremely high yield for this map as well. And it's actually the same as the field grass. We'll probably lengthen and join these fields together later. But for now, we're going to have two separate fields. All right. We want to create fields. And we want to be at 180. I want a fairly decent gap, but not too much. This looks good. Oh. Man, I keep hitting the wrong keys. You'd think as long as I've played this game that I could hit the right keys. Alright, we are tearing up the ground. Now, what does it look like down that way? I got that one tree sticking out. And we're going to clean these fence lines up too. That's going to be the first priority before we clean the back of the property. We're going to get these fence lines cleaned out so that we can expand these fields. There, get that on 90. Who needs GPS? You just need a compass and a point of reference. It's the way they did it in the old days. I heard somebody call it fence post GPS. You look right down the seam of that tractor and you line it up with something down the end of the field, and you just keep those two lined up the whole time you're going. Fence post, tree, edge of a building, didn't matter what it was because it doesn't move. Now you just stay pointed at it and you will be in the straightest line you can drive without GPS, without the actual computerized GPS. Because they had to do it somehow in those days without all that. And I'm going to stop about there. This is the part I hate most about making fields, is putting in this outside, this outer perimeter. Once you get that done, the rest of it's easy. But when you have to do all that by eyesight, by eyeball, it makes it a little harder. Lower it down and head off again at 90 degrees. I had to stop for a minute and take a screenshot for a thumbnail. And stop. And we drop it down and head across and meet up with the other side. Looks like I missed it by a little bit. That's okay. We can kind of hard to tell with that shadow there, but I think I got it right. Okay, now we have the parameter. Now we can start doing the inside. This is a little bit easier. Don't have to be quite as meticulous here. Yeah, so you may be asking yourself, why is Cousin Skeeter moving to Argentina and starting a ranch? Well, it just sounds like fun. It's looking for a new adventure. And with here in the, or there in the States, I guess. I can't say here because I'm not here in the States. But in the States, they're talking about the, opening up some trade deals and buying beef from Argentina. And there's a lot of commotion about that with the U.S. ranchers and all that. And it made me look into what beef in Argentina was all about, and it sounded like something fun to do. Come down here and see if this old country boy can build up a sizable ranch and live out a dream. It's always been a dream of mine to have a large ranch. Something that when you're walking around town and people see who you are, they see you, they know who you are, and they respect you for what you do, and you're important. Not, oh, that's just old Cousin Skeeter from down in the hollers. He don't know nothing. Well, Cousin Skeeter does know some things. He knows how to pick some cows. He's gonna show them a thing or two. They'll be buying Cousin Skeeter's beef and not even realize it. Some say that the beef comes from Argentina is the best in the world. And I'd have to say what I've had down here's been pretty darn good. I mean, I'm kind of biased to that good old Texas beef, but that's where I grew up and what I'm used to, so. And well, my sheep, well, everybody seems to be doing sheep down here too. That just seems the way things are done, so. As Grandpa used to always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's worth something, sell it. If you can do it better, patent it. I don't know where he came up with that one, because he didn't have a patent to his name. I guess maybe he knew somebody. Or maybe he came up with an idea and somebody else patented it. I don't know. He never would talk about it. Although I have to say, as much as I'm partial to Bud Light, Argentinian beer is pretty darn good too. I think they know how to brew a good beer. First time I started hanging around with them old gauchos, we call them cowboys, but they call them gauchos. They gave me my first Argentinian beer. I took a drink of it and I didn't know what had hit me. Boy, they were laughing. I showed them though. I drank the whole thing. Gained a little respect from them that day. Although you would think that these guys out here would be using a lot more horses than they do. Surprisingly, they use a lot of four-wheelers and Jeeps and things like that out here. I guess just modern times. There's a few that still do it the old way. I have to admit, there are some places, especially back in Texas, there's some places that none of that equipment can get to. It's either a horse or a helicopter. And with the stupid helicopter, you're going to scare the crap out of your animals. They'd be hiding for days to get away from that helicopter. Go in there and ride in there in that thicket with your horse. You may come out chewed up and scratched up and bleeding and everything, but you'll lead that cow right out of it. Otherwise, you'll be waiting for days till the poor thing gets hungry enough that it has to come out, scared or not. Man, I hear the sheep. I hear the sheep. Can't wait till we start getting some wool off of them. I think I did some pretty good purchases there. May can find some better ones, but I don't think I did too bad getting started for my first time around. Ah, man, they've got some rocks in this soil too. That's something I never really had to deal with back in Texas, but where I was at, you didn't have rocks. Gumbo clay, that's what you had. If you plowed it at the wrong time, you'd end up with clods. Big old chunks of clay that you dug out of the ground and stays stuck together, and then you let it sit out in that hot Texas sun for a few days and it'll turn into rocks. That's about the only kind of rocks I've run into. Looks like the old tractor's having a little trouble there. Almost done. There we go. Now we're going to need to fertilize, lime, and do all that kind of stuff before we put the seeds out. At least lime it before we put the seeds out. Alright, let's just see now that we have our fields. What's it going to cost us? Not the calendar. Over here on precision farming. Ooh, our expected yield potential is not too good. It's all, well, we haven't done the soil sample yet. Oh, just 1,050. That's not bad. I can afford that right now. Well, look at that. It is all silty clay. Not the best place to start. Now, is it? Interesting. Now, what does our pH look like? Uh, 6.25 for most of it. It's not terrible. Nitrogen's bad. All right. So I think, gonna need some money. So I think we're gonna call that a short episode. I might go do another contract or two so I can get the fertilized spreader and get some lime, but I won't do that till I come back. So thank you for visiting me in Argentina, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And if you liked it, if you'd hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would appreciate if you did. Write some comments down there and let me know what you think. Alright friends, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye for now.